All right, what up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We're gonna talk about what I have learned in my period of isolation. If you clicked on this video, you already know what it's about, but let's get into it. So, you're gonna start seeing a pattern on my channel of me talking about my experiences that I've been going through in my ascension back upwards. Okay, started from the bottom is basically all the steps and all the things that I had to do to recreate my solid foundation, but with God, right? Because we all know if you seek the kingdom first, those things will be added unto you. And I had lost everything that I added by myself. So now I'm redoing it and really trying to allow God to order my steps and give me the things instead of trying to get them on my own. So, one of the things that I've been learning about my season of isolation is that the emotional aspects of being alone. So, when you are a baby Christian like me, you go through a season of clearing, okay, of subtraction, of destruction, really. And at first, I was fighting being alone, right? At first, when I got into my season of isolation, I wanted to fight it. I wanted to still hang out with those friends, still hang out with those people that God was separating me from. And at first, like, I would backslide on the things that I know I should be giving up because I still wanted to hang out with those people. I still wanted to be around them. And after a while of going back on my morals and ethics to be around the people that God has separated me from, I realized that they are only hindering the process in which God was trying to do for me. At first, I thought of it as punishment. Like, not only do I have to have morals, ethics, rules, and commandments that I need to follow, but I also, if I follow those things, can't hang out with my usual friends and families and peer group. And at first, I thought that was punishment. But then I started to recognize that we are the sum of the people that we're surrounded with, right? And the people that I was surrounding myself with was not focused on God. So being around them would do nothing but create an atmosphere in which I'm not focused on God. So when I really saw and realized that taking those peers, those families, those friends out of my life was actually a blessing, I stopped holding on to them. I stopped being offended by them not inviting me out. I stopped being butthurt over seeing them party, seeing them having fun, and feeling excluded. Then I realized that they are doing things that will bring them further away from God, and me being around them will simply hinder the process that He is doing. And when I was able to really understand that, it was way easier to not care about them having fun without me. It was way easier to separate myself from them hanging out with people and them having fun with other people and them doing things with other people. Because at first it stung. It hurts. I'm going to admit it. It hurt to see my friends, my families, and my peers move on and go find other people to deal with like I just was nothing. But then I realized, like, again, this is a blessing. And after a while of being alone, then I got on to dating sites. Okay, these dating sites, they're nothing but distraction. Okay, they're nothing but a distraction, because the people that I was finding on these dating sites would also cause me to have to go back on my morals and my ethics just to entertain them. And at first, I fell into the trap, the friends with benefits. I'm not going to lie, I fell into the whole dating thing, giving people a try, until that also taught me a lesson. Okay, I ended up with one friends with benefit situation, and that taught me a lesson when I realized, like, this was only about the intimacy, right? So when I took the intimacy out of it, I realized that they have nothing to offer me, like, at all. So then it was easier for me to give up the friends of benefits. And then I got really strategic in the way that I was operating on these dating sites, where I was only looking for people of God and men of God, or friends of God. And that led me to get into one relationship. And that relationship was tarnished because we introduced fornication into it. And as soon as the intimacy got added into the relationship, it just went downhill. Okay. But it taught me major lessons. The lesson that I learned from dating that person is that I had aspects inside of myself that still needed to be purged, that still needed to be changed, that still needed to be fixed. So what I learned from that one dating experience, that one relationship I got from online dating, is that God was trying to show me, by allowing me to date that person, that I'm not ready for what I've been asking for, right? I've been asking for what most baby Christians ask for, right? A marriage. I want my disciples. I want my gang. I want my church family. I really want my life to take off. And that was what I was asking for. But God showed me, via way of letting me get into a relationship with someone, that I was not ready for those things, because I allowed fornication to be entered in. I allowed frustration and anger to be entered in. I allowed the relationship to look more worldly than it did godly. And that was my indication after I broke up with him. Like, I didn't see all of this until after we broke up, right? But after we broke up, I saw, like, oh, you were trying to show me with this relationships the things inside of me that are still not ready for the things that I'm asking for. And when I realized that, when I saw those aspects of myself that needed to be changed, it was way easier to praise the Lord. It was way easier to be thankful and grateful that He has not given me my husband. He is not giving me those things, because I still have aspects inside of myself that would ruin that relationship. But I didn't see that until months after the relationship, and God started ministering to me and talking to me about why it didn't work out and why I'm still waiting for what I am looking for. So when God was showing me this, He was showing me the process of reduction. Okay. He showed me that I am the sum of the people around me. So He took away the people around me. Now all I have is Him. Right. And since I am the sum of the people I've been hanging out with, I am no longer contaminated by the people I've been hanging out with, the worldly things that they entertain. I only get substance and characteristic traits and energy from God. And so when I really processed that, and when I really looked at it carefully, I realized that God was trying to isolate me so that I get a relationship with Him, one, but then I am the sum of Him. I am the sum of His characteristics. I can take on more of His traits. I can get closer to the Word, learn more of the word stored in my heart, and allow it to add on to me the characteristics that He wants me to have. And when I realized what God was doing for me, it all dawned on me that He wants me to get a relationship so good with Him that I show up with His characteristics, His traits, His energy, His shine on me. So everybody who sees me know that I am the sum of God. I am the sum and the energy and the traits of God. And He was telling me, the closer I get to Him, the more traits that I take on, and the more words, His scripture, the Bible, that I can store in my heart, store and program in my brain, the more I can show up in places the way He wants me to. So then I can attract and find the people, places, and things that are also like Him. And through this process, He has shown me that He has been concentrating my energy by isolating me. He has been perfecting my characteristic traits by only allowing high vibrational people to be around me. He has been helping me get my blessings quicker by not allowing worldly things to distract me from the walk with Him. And in this, I realized that this was all preparation. This was all done for a reason. But when I was looking at it from the inside, it looks like punishment. But the true punishment is the emotional effects of having people in your life that aren't meant for you. I've noticed emotional effects of not having the people I thought were my friends or my loved ones hit me up, right? I still have quote unquote friends, but they are like acquaintances. I thought they were friends until God allowed me to see them clearly. But I still have friends that to this day will get butthurt that I don't hit them up, but they don't care about how it feels when they don't hit me up. And I've been holding on to people, settling with friendships because I have nobody else. But the emotional aspect of these people not being there for me is way worse than not having them as a friend, right? Because if they're not willing to worship, do devotionals, read my Bible with me, if they're not willing to help me in my walk with God, in my relationship with God, they are a direct hindrance to it. Like, not all people have to be the same as you to be a friend. But again, we are the sum of our friends. We're the sum of the people around us. So if they're not also doing the same things that you are doing, trying to get closer to God, trying to heal your life, or trying to be a better person, then they are directly hindering you from doing so. So that allowed me to get over the emotional turmoil and pain that comes with losing friends and acquaintances, that comes with people not having my back, that comes with having these friends that don't hit me up, don't say anything to me. It's way easier now to withstand the isolation than it was previously, because now I know the reasons behind it. Okay? And the reason that I made this video today was to help encourage you and help you get you through your period of isolation by hearing my tips and tricks and the things that I have gone through in my journey, so that when you go through them, you can have a better mindset about what is happening, because it's all about the mind and it's all about the emotions you have about the things that you are going through that either makes it harder or easier. And God has been showing me these things to make the period of isolation that I have been going through easier for me. And I hope that this video makes it easier for you. The point of my videos is to create a community where we give each other tips and tricks, where more baby Christians can flock together and make our path easier for each other. So if you have any experiences, if you are going through the same thing, hit me up in the comments below. Let me know what you have learned, and let me know if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And I'm very grateful and thankful for everybody watching. Truly. Peace.